The summer dinner rush begins at Out of the Fire, and Chef Chris Berger is whipping up the saffron shrimp stew.
I like making food that I think is soulful and simple, yet still interesting for the customer.
This eclectic farm-to-table restaurant has been a fixture in Easton, Maryland for over 22 years. Besides the food,
How are you all? Nice to see you.
the other big draw, owner Amy Haines.
There you go. Because after you drink that, you act like a crazy squirrel.
Number one overheard question in the restaurant, where's Amy? Is Amy here tonight? Amy Haines is the wandering spirit of this restaurant. We all know that.
Out of the Fire without Amy. It would not be Out of the Fire.
Squirrel's night out.
Woo! Even when Amy's not here, it exudes Amy. The art, the vibe.
What's that vibe all about?
The spirit of this restaurant is everybody comes here to get comfortable. Nothing's too fussy. We don't, do the whole let me get these crumbs off your table, somebody just lingering over you with like a bow tie on and making you feel uncomfortable.
Out of the Fire to me has always been more than a restaurant. It's been a community meeting place, a gathering place for local people.
Local artist Howard Lapp has been coming to Out of the Fire since the doors first opened.
When Amy showed up from California and she was renting a house in town, she announced that she was going to start a restaurant in Easton, and most of us were really taken aback by that. We thought that was really going to be a challenge. But she was determined, and I've learned over the years, whatever she says she's going to do, she's going to do it.
What sort of restaurant was in your head?
There was a place I used to go to in California that was super, super casual. They had an open kitchen, a small place that I absolutely loved. It was that warmth. I wanted to provide something too for somebody that's dining alone and make them feel comfortable. I remember I was standing right over here and I had signed the lease. This was concrete floors, cinder block walls, and I was like, oh my God, what did I do? And I had this moment, you know what? You just made a commitment, you gotta move forward. And luckily, we're still here.
Have a great week. Thanks so much.
But not for long. They're moving blocks away to 111 South Washington Street. What do we have here?
So this will be the outdoor seating. I think I'm gonna have about 25 seats out here. Then we're gonna be landscaping this whole area. Brick terrace, I'll have planter boxes, edible gardens. I wanna do a espalier on the, of fig trees on the fence. You can look into the kitchen when you're dining outside.
There's like a picture window. You can take a little sneak peek of the chefs, right?
Should we leap into the...
So we are going, whoa! All right, now we're in the kitchen.
What's really nice about this kitchen, as you can see, is all the natural light that most kitchens don't have, right? So it has cathedral ceilings and skylights, and then we have this nice picture window that we just came through. This space is much more intimate than the existing space of Out of the Fire. So I've got, individual or small dining rooms. This is the bar.
That's the bar.
And then this is a little corridor. There'll be some nice bar seating here, dining room in front of you, and then there's also 2 dining rooms upstairs.
It's going to be a completely different experience for the customers. This place is like a great big open hall. It's almost like a cafeteria in a way. And it's going to be broken up into like this little maze of different rooms and areas, and people over time will figure out where you want to be and get comfortable.
Out of the Fire 2.0 will look different, but Haines says the restaurant's mission statement, eat well, be well, give back, will always be their mantra.
Supporting local producers has always been very important to the restaurant. And people that are producing things or offering things that align with the integrity of what we are doing here.
Marvori, this little French heirloom from Johnny's. Valencia, yellow brandy wine. Cherry.
One of those producers is organic farmer Cleo Braver, owner of Cottingham Farm. She's delivering a box of delicious heirloom tomatoes to Sous Chef Jed St. Landau. He's in charge of lunch.
One of my favorite things is working with the farmers and sourcing local stuff to cook with.
St. Landau's lunchtime BLT is all local.
This is an example of what I really like to do is use as many local farm ingredients as I can in one dish. Stony Point Farms bacon, Cottingham Farms organic heirloom tomatoes, and Bramble Blossoms romaine.
The tomatoes on the BLT come from Braver's farm.
This is Cherokee chocolate.
Because Amy cares deeply about the food and how it's raised, the consumer gets to vote with their fork and support growers that use care and sustainability techniques.
Ironically, local produce fresh off the farm can sometimes cost more than what's trucked in from across the country.
We like to use local farms as much as possible, even if it's at a greater cost to us.
I think it boils down to we care about what we're doing, you know, and it's not about money.
Hello, Potters.
With a lot of businesses, the number one variable that's used to make decisions is profitability or money.
All you have to do is unhinge your jaw like a snake, right?
At the end of the day, you know, you have to feel good about, you know, the decisions you're making.
It's been really cool to see how more people are kind of gravitating towards this area. Now there's more restaurants to help sustain people who want to take on that farming endeavor. I think that there's a significant part of this community that wants to make sure that the farmers stick around as well. And, you know, they realize that eating here is part of them doing their part, the ecosystem of it all.
And farmers aren't all Haines supports. Your focus is one town.
One town entirely, and I've lived in Oxford for almost 40 years.
You really like this one, and there's a particular reason.
Well, I think that's because this one encapsulates everything that Oxford stands for.
Artist Howard Lapp paints colorful scenes of Oxford, an historic waterfront town on the Eastern Shore. His work lines an entire wall.
Amy is very generous with her space here. She's a major supporter of the local art community. And right from the beginning when she started the restaurant, this was her theme.
So last day, when you lock up
Right.
and you walk out that door, what do you think you're going to be feeling?
I have no idea. We're in our 23rd year now. I haven't done anything this long in my life. Like, not in relationships, lived somewhere. This is as long as I've done anything in my life. And it's happened in this space. And there will be some sadness. I mean, it's like a death, right?
What do you think Out of the Fire has taught Amy Haines?
Humility. It's taught me humility and vulnerability. That's the biggest gift this restaurant's given to me, for sure.
The Out of the Fire team is excited about their new move.
I think change is good. I'm definitely excited. It's definitely going to be mentally refreshing, hopefully creatively refreshing, to be in different walls. I've never had a brand new, like, fresh kitchen to walk into and be like, okay, let's pat it on the hood, see how this baby runs. Like, so that part I'm looking forward to.
I love having the outdoor dining. I love the color scheme. I love the kitchen.
Local artist Howard Lapp has already finished a painting of Out of the Fire 2.0 with a brilliant orange sky. Haines is planning to open the doors in September and continue to help people eat well, be well, and give back.